Hey guys, Ryan here. This is the second video I'm doing on the Walden server, which is part of the Otherlands cluster. What I'm going to do first of all is it's getting a little bit dark in game, so I'm going to use one of my favourite mods, which is called Time Lock 12, and just set it to midday so we can see a little bit better. So I'm at the top again, which is where I'm going to be putting the plot for my castle. And if I just look behind me, I've kind of cleared a strip of land here. I just wanted to see how much dirt was up here, and it's not very much. So what I'll do up here is I'll be clearing off the dirt and then surface mining down to a flat area. But as I've said in the previous video, the castle is kind of a future project. So the main thing you'll probably notice is that I've started to work on a road. So I've now deeded most of this area down here, which you can see below me. I wanted to sort of preserve the area so that other people can't come in and start building. I like to put my deed so that it kind of merges in with the natural landscape. And so I'm not going to be building all of this. I just wanted to preserve it. So I've got this road coming through. I'm actually not all that happy with what I've done down here, and I'll show you when I get a little bit closer. And you can also see that just about see a little building there and the outline of one there. So I'll show you that stuff when I go down there. So I just wanted to show you the view from up here. And then I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to go back down to the bottom and I'll show you how I've been getting on with that road. I'm now back down at the shore, and I just wanted to show you someone has built a land bridge over to the neighbouring island. Now I'm not sure that's necessarily ideal, because I don't know if this will impede the movement of larger ships. It probably will. It's fine for rowboats and stuff, but it's okay for now. But ideally we'd build a proper bridge over here, and my road starts just a few tiles over this way. We don't know who built that. No one mentioned that they were building a land bridge, which is kind of a shame, because it could have been done as part of a proper bridge. But anyway, this is the road I started to build, and it wasn't until I paved it that I realised I didn't like it. Basically what I've done is I've done it sort of flat tiles here, and then I've gone up in slopes of 10. And when it was just a dirt path, I just had packed dirt, it looked fine. But as soon as I paved it, it started to look really weird. So I don't actually like this. And I think what I'm going to try and do is, where I've got a section here, so I've kind of got a 10 slope and then a flat, I'm going to smooth this off a little bit by dropping 5 dirt down. And I'm going to do that on all of those to kind of smooth it out a bit. There's several different ways of doing a road, and perhaps the best way is to line it up so that each tile is kind of lined up with one side of the natural landscape. And then the other way is, of course, doing this, where you sort of terraform and flatten it all. That works better if the road is fairly flat, but over here we've got, you know, this kind of gradually increasing slope. It's not a sharp slope, but it is steadily going up and up and up as we move away from the shore. So I don't like the way I've done it, so that is something that I will be changing. Now I'm just coming up towards the deed now. It's a little bit choppy at the moment. I don't know if this is my computer or something else. So you won't find many mobs in here now, because now that it's all deeded, it's all cleared out. So let me show you what I've been working on my actual deed. I've flattened out quite a lot of stuff over here, and I'm starting to get an idea of what I'm going to be building. I think I'm just going to pause and possibly relog here, because this is really quite choppy. So let me just come back in a moment. Okay, I'm back in here and it doesn't appear to be any better, so I think we're just going to have to live with it. So first of all, I'll just show you this bit. I've got sort of 2 tiers so far. I've got this area here, which is the road level. So this road, obviously it passes through my entire deed, and I'm planning to extend it upwards. I might have a go at that this month actually, because there's a road building competition on the server. So on this level here, I might put some buildings which are kind of like buildings which might be useful to passers by. You know, I might have like an inn or something. I mean, I know people don't actually need that kind of thing, but I think it's just kind of nice role play. I might have kind of a church or something like that people might sort of have a look through. And I'm probably going to start building some guard towers as well. Now this top tier up here is where I've started doing some building for the kind of buildings that I need to produce things. So this is the first one that I've done. I've completed the actual building here. This, I've called it the outfitter, and what I'm going to do in here is do some tailoring and leatherworking. Now, one thing I just want to point out is that I am rubbish at designing buildings, and I blatantly rip off other people's designs. So I go around and I look at the screenshot threads on the forums, and I watch other people's videos, and then I have a look and I see things that other people have done. That, what is that up there? That look, oh, it's a troll. That looks really cool, and I see if I can replicate it. So this has been borrowed from, I think, Factional Fight Brothers. I do like a lot of their designs. So anyway, let's go in and have a little look. I've got this kind of open entrance here. And in the corner, I have a well. Now this is very important, the well. It's a functioning well. And what I like to do is, for two buildings in particular, anywhere where I'm doing tailoring or blacksmithing, I like to build it around an infinite water source. Because of course the water is used as one of your imping materials, and it drives me nuts to have to constantly have barrels of water all around. And especially if you're doing like a mammoth blacksmithing session and you're doing something big like a bunch of large anvils or something, it uses so much water. So I much prefer it to do it around a well. So I've got this in the corner here, and this is just a small building. I've got a main room here, and then I've got kind of a little cubby hole through here, which is going to be just a little extra storage room. So it's 2 stories high, just to kind of look nice. So that's all there is to it so far. I haven't done any kind of decoration yet, because as you can see, I've only really started. I've spent a lot of my time over these first few weeks building up my skills, actually, so I haven't done much in the way of actual building. Now if we come over here, this is just the outline of something, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in Deed Plan. I've just built the first panel just so the plan doesn't go away. This tile here, this is another water source, and what I'm going to do is, this is going to be my blacksmithing building, and let me just pause and show you what I've got planned for this. Right, I hope I'm recording this properly. So this is my deed planner, and this is something I did actually design myself, but I did borrow the idea from someone else. So you can have a look. You've got the water source in here, and then I've basically got 4 rooms coming off of it, and this here is arched walls. So if we come into the 3D view, get a bit closer, fly up above. This is the back part of the building. Let's come around here. Okay, so you've got the door down here, and if we come through and have a look, actually if I go into Wormian view, then I won't go through the floor. So I have the fountain in the middle with just arched walls going around, which means that it's a central point and allows access to each of the 4 other rooms. And so what my idea here is to kind of have a blacksmithing station in each room. So I have a forge in this one, and then in this one, and this one, and so forth. And so every room, I come back to 2D view, every room is going to have its own kind of workstation. It's going to have separate forges, it's going to have separate BSBs and other containers. So for example, if I've got like a weaponsmithing area, I'll put some weapon racks in there, and then armor smithing room, I'll put some armor racks, and then I'll have a general blacksmithing room, I'll have a storage unit, and so forth. So that's mainly because I find that I fill up a forge so quickly with just junk. I just put loads of toot in it. So I wanted to have multiple forges, but again, I always like to work from a water source. So this is a building that I've always wanted to do, and what I wanted is, I like to have buildings that sort of look interesting from the outside. So if oops, I've got a bit high there. So all I've done is I've just sort of experimented with the roofs and stuff to put them at different heights, just to make the building look interesting. I mean, there's no functionality to the upper floors. It's just looks. So that's all. So that is what my blacksmith building is going to look like. So if I come back into game, I think we're done with this part. And that's all really I've got to show you. Oh, there's one other thing that's probably best to show you on the map, actually. So this is the map of Walden. This is where I am now. It's Shorefall Glade. I've deeded my castle, and you also notice that I have deeded another small place over here called Freeport. And the reason being is that I wanted a place where I could set up some boats. I've just got my rowboat kind of over here somewhere. and I wanted to have like a proper dock area, but I want to deed the dock area, and also this has got clay, and where I have this road running, I've got it in such a way that I've literally got tar and clay right off the road. So if I go down that road, you know, I've got access to both of those resources, and I can build a dock later on. Now I haven't done any actual building. All I've done is, oh, where am I going? All I've done is put in a dirt road. I've just started flattening it down. I only did that a couple of nights ago, so I haven't even started paving yet. But you can see here where I've cut down the trees and paved down the dirt road, and that goes down to the water. So yeah, that's all I've got really for this second video. I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to be fixing up that road and doing more of the road going up, sort of higher up into the island. I'm going to finish this building. I'm going to do some more work on my skills again. I'd like to build myself a new set of armor because I'm still on a newbie armor, believe it or not. I have made a very good weapon. One thing I am working on is my priest skills, and I'll show you what my where are we? My load religion. Yeah, I've got my channeling up to almost 80 now, 79.79. My soul depth is on 44, and so I'm getting some really good casts. I managed to do a 99 life transfer cast the other day. Unfortunately, it wasn't for me. It was a weapon that I was doing for someone else. But my own weapon isn't bad. I think I've got it on 73 life transfer. I've got 88 Wind of Ages, and I've got Circle of Cunning on there as well. I think that's 60 something. So yeah, I've been working a lot on priests. Oh, my farm's ready. I've been doing quite a bit of farming as well. Got that quite high. I'm mainly doing pumpkins so that I can chop up the veggies for favour, so that again I can work up my priesting, grinding, channeling, and all that kind of stuff. So I've been doing a lot on skills, but hopefully now that I've got a lot of the skills high up, I can start doing more of the building, and there'll be more to show you in the next video.